Why I came here involves something that happened to me a few years back. One of my clients invited me and my wife to a private event. My client, well, I won't say his name, but you'd recognize it though.
Is he a celebrity?
I don't know, nothing like that. But in the business world, he's one of the biggest out there. He deals mostly in defense contracting. I'm talking hush-hush, top secret money from the Pentagon. Perhaps the most powerful person I've ever had a meal with. Anyway, we are at this soiree at his house. It's getting late. My wife, she wants to go. He and I are just having a blast. And he doesn't want the night to end. After a few more glares, my wife agrees to take a cab and I'll come home after.
I bet she was real happy about that.
So we're having a few more drinks, getting really sauced. And at one point, I don't think he could stand, and I was pretty wobbly myself.
I wouldn't know anything about that, sir.
So he takes me to his study, smoke a few cigars, and we're sort of flying high, laughing at almost everything. Eventually he starts in how much he likes me and how he wishes he could invite me on this trip he's about to go on.
What kind of trip? Where's he going?
That's exactly what I asked. And he turns to me, serious face, and he says, "Oh, you know, just my annual meeting with the rest of the evil cabal that runs the world." If I told you his name, you'd understand.
Well, I just have to take your word for it. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna hop off my plane.
And then, yesterday before the symphony, my friend calls me up. No scheduled appointment like he usually does, just calls me out of the blue and wants me to move around some of his money. And we're talking some big numbers even for him. And as we're getting off the phone, I asked if he wanted to grab a drink. He tells me he's going away for a while. I joke back to him, "Oh yeah? You hanging with your evil cabal this weekend? Thought that was only during the winter solstice." But he doesn't laugh. And he always laughs, even with bad jokes. All he said was, "Take care of yourself." Almost as if he felt sorry for me. Ever since, I haven't been able to get it out of my head.
Are you thinking that your friend is somehow behind what's happening here?
No, nothing like that. The conspiracy theory about a shadowy group of people in the world is far too lazy of an explanation. Especially when the truth is much scarier.
What is the truth?
No one is in control. No one is pulling the strings. Sure, there are those like my friend who might have the right kind of access to the right kind of information. But when events like this happen in the world, the best, even the most powerful people can hope for is a heads up. What are you talking about? You know something. I had a sneaking suspicion, but I wanted more information first. Because my primary client works in the defense sector, I spent a lot of time studying the cost-benefit analysis of military campaigns. There was one program in particular that terrified my client the most. A simple 3-stage maneuver that could topple a country's government from within. The first stage was isolation. Disable their communication and transportation. Make the target as deaf, dumb, and paralyzed as possible, setting them up for the second stage. Synchronized chaos. Terrorize them with covert attacks and misinformation. overwhelming their defense capabilities, leaving their weapon systems vulnerable to extremists in their own military. Without a clear enemy or motive, people would start turning on each other. Done successfully, the third stage would happen on its own. What's the third stage? A coup d'etat. Civil war. Collapse. This program was considered the most cost-effective way to destabilize a country. Because if the target nation was dysfunctional enough, it would, in essence, do the work for you. Whoever started this wants us to finish it.